Hello everybody, Transporter 155 here. Today I'm at Stockport. As the sign is, Stockport. We're gonna have a lot of different services today. Transport Express, Eames Railway, Northern, and the West Coast, and some freight as well. Before I started this video, I did a quick live stream, only at 15 minutes, but basically to test everything out and see how it goes. But right now, we got 390 going to Manchester Piccadilly. And train now also arriving in is a 156 going to Chester. And off those trains go. So until something else happens, let's see what else will arrive and depart next. Alright, train now departing is a 156 going to Manchester Piccadilly. Same time, this other 156 is departing, going to Chester. And let's see what else will arrive and depart next. Alright, train now arriving in. Is a cross country. I'll get the numbers when it departs. So that we'll see this train goes where it departs. I think this is a 220. I'll check when it departs. Alright, train now arriving in is a 390 Abbey West Coast going to London. Behind me, I just heard the cross country now departing. So I can't get the numbers of that train, but I'm guessing it's 220. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm going to keep on recording because right now another train's arriving in, which is a 323. I couldn't catch where it was going though. It's going to Crewe. We see these trains go when they depart. Train now departing is a 390 going to London. Back of this needs a clean. Alright, we have a East Midlands Railway and a Northern 323 now departing. I can't keep track of all these trains. But I'm guessing this is a Manchester Piccadilly train. See where else will arrive at depart next. Train out of the morning is the 1158. Going to Liverpool Lime Street. With Let's Roll with Pride livery on the back. We have a 185 and it's a Trans-Pennine Express. I won't film this train departing, so let's see where else will arrive and depart next. Train now arriving in is a cross country 221 going to Barnwell. A train now departing is a 150 going to Manchester Piccadilly. And we've got a plane flying by. In a minute, we'll see this train departing. Alright, train now departing is a 221 cross country. I think the place is called Bournemouth or something. Train now arriving in is a double 150 going to Hazel Grove. Let's see where else will arrive at the part next on this station. Train now departing is a double 150 going to Hazel Grove. Let's see what else will arrive to next on the station. The train now arriving in is a 323 going to Manchester Piccadilly. And train behind me, we have a 82200 Transport for Wales going to Cardiff Central. On the back we have Excuse me. We'll see these trains go when they depart. Train now departing is a 323 going to Manchester Piccadilly, which is the next stop. We got a freight train going by too at the same time. 60002. This train is now departing, going to Cardiff Central. The train now arriving in is a 390 going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Train now departing is a 390 going to Manchester Piccadilly. At the same time, we got another 390 going to London. This train goes when it departs. Train now departing is a 390 going to London. I think this train struck a bird. That 390 behind me is stopped on a red signal. Let's see what else will arrive at the part next on this station. Train now departing is a 323 going to Manchester Piccadilly. Train now arriving in is a 185. We'll see it's a double later. Going to Liverpool. Got two trains here. Looks like this train's arriving in first is a 323 going to Stockport. We have a cross-country train over there. Yep, Manchester Piccadilly that train is. This train over here, that is a double 158. Going to Norwich. Alright, we have a departing 185 going to Liverpool, and it is a double. I don't know on these trains, the first class coaches actually mean them as first class, because some of them are like not even together when they're coupled together. So I'm having a hard time knowing that. Till something else happens, let's see what else will arrive. It's about next on the station. Train now departing is a double 158 going to Norwich. At the same time, the 323 train going to Stockport. Same time, this train's departing, going to Manchester Piccadilly. This is a 220. Seatbelts will arrive at the part next on the station. Train now arriving in is a 197 going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see that this train goes when it departs. Alright, over there we have a 150 probably going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see that train goes when it departs. Train now departing is a 197 going to Manchester Piccadilly. Thank you, driver. think we last saw this train when I was going on holiday. Okay, train now arriving in is a 390 going to London. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Train at departing is a 390 going to London. Behind me is a 150 going to Buxton. And this train that pulled in is going to Manchester Piccadilly. This is the part of the video now where I'm gonna take a small break because it's hot as hell out here, and I'm gonna go onto that platform over there, platform 3 and 4. So I might not be able to record this train departing. Actually, this might depart right now. That 150 behind me is now departing to Buxton. I'm gonna go over that platform now, so I'll see you when I get there. I'm on the other side now, and this train is a 156 going to Manchester Piccadilly.
Stockport, Northwich, Greenbank, Cuddington, Delamere, Molesworth and Chester.
As you will, we're arriving to part next on this station. Alright, train now arriving in is a 156 going to Crewe. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Alright, train now arriving in is a 323 going to Crewe. At the same time, this train's not departing, going to Chester. Alright, this 323 is now departing, going to Crewe.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 15:24 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Macclesfield, Stoke-on-Trent, Rugby, Milton Keynes Central and London Euston. This train is formed of 9 coaches. You can find the shop in Coach C for delicious hot and cold refreshments. Please be aware that you can only bring a bicycle on this service if you have booked beforehand.
As you else will arrive to depart next.
To arrive at Piccadilly,
Train now arriving in is a cross-country 220. This train's going to Manchester, Piccadilly. See, this train goes where it departs. Train now departing is a 220 going to Manchester, Piccadilly.
The next trains arrive on platform 2, the 15:24 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, going at Macclesfield, Stoke-on-Trent, Rugby, Milton Keynes Central and London Euston. That's platform 2.
See where else will arrive at depart
15:24
next.
Avanti West Coast.
Okay, train now arriving in is a 185. This is a Eastern Express service. Like always, I'll put in editing and where it's going, so I can't say it. God, this train goes where it departs. Train now arriving in is a 390 going to London. See, this train goes where it departs. Right, we have a 323 here going to Manchester Piccadilly. And if I can get a good view, the train now departing is a 185. And this is a Transband Express service. Next station for this service is Sheffield. See where else will arrive at the next on this station. Train now departing is a 323 going to Manchester Piccadilly. Same time, this train's now departing, going to London Euston. See where else arrived at the part next on this station. The train has arrived in is a 156 going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Train now arriving in is a cross country with a 220. Coupled to another 220 going to Barnwood. Behind me is a 156 and a 150 going to Manchester Piccadilly. And there's the train, Northern train behind this train that's going to Hazel Grove. We'll catch these trains departing when they leave. Train now departing is a cross country formed with a double 220 going to Well, I think that's how you say it. See who else arriving to part next on this station. Train now arriving in is a double 170 going to Liverpool Lime Street.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 15
We'll see this train goes where it departs. Train now arriving in, it is a West Coast going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see this train goes where it departs. Train now departing is a double 170 going to Liverpool Lime Street. See who else will arrive at the part next on this station. Train now arriving in is a Transport for Wales 197. I think the place is called Fishguard Harbour. Same time, this train's departing, going to Manchester Piccadilly.
We are sorry that the 1551 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly is delayed by approximately 17 minutes. We apologise for this late running and the inconvenience this may cause you.
I don't know why this train is on platform 4. Seawells will arrive back next on this station. Train now departing is a 197 going to Fishguard Harbour, I think it is. And while I was recording the train departing, this 323 came in going to Manchester Piccadilly.
The next train to arrive at platform
You see, this train goes when it departs.
will be the 15th.
Train now departing is a 323 going to Manchester Piccadilly. This anti-West Coast service to London Euston. We'll see this train goes where it departs. Train now departing is a 390 going to London Euston. Seawells arrived and depart next on the station. Train now departing is a 331. The train's going to Manchester Piccadilly. Train now departing is a 323 to England, or I think that's I think some of the place was called. Yeah, I'll put it in. Train now arriving in is a 323. It's called Angle Edge or something. And the train behind me is a 185. You see, if it's a double going to Liverpool Land Street. You see, this train goes right to place. Train now departing is a 185, it's a double.
And Nottingham, where the train divides. Please make sure you travel in the correct part of the train. Please travel in the rear two coaches of the train for Bingham, Aslopton, Grantham, Peterborough, March, Ely, Thetford and Norwich. The front two coaches of the train will detach and terminate at Nottingham. Platform
As you
1
will arrive at
for
back
the
next on this station.
1554 East Piccadilly.
The train now arriving in is double
11
158 going
Please be
to
aware that you can only bring
Norwich.
this service if you have booked beforehand.
This train is on the west coast, going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Train at the departing is a Amity West Coast going to Manchester Piccadilly.
Speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
See what else we'll arrive at the back next on this station. Train now arriving in is a 150 and a 156 going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Train now departing is a 150 and 156 going to Manchester Piccadilly.
Macclesfield, Congleton, Kidsgrove and Stoke-on-Trent.
The next train to arrive on platform 1 is the 1604 Northern service to Hazel Grove and Buxton. Calling at Stockport, Quentimore, Hazel Grove, Disley, Newcastle, New South.
Well, we've got this train arrived in is a 197 going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll record this train goes when it departs. Train at departing is 197 going to Manchester Piccadilly. What's a double? Let's see where else will arrive at the back next on this station. Wait, never mind. I've got a northern train here, 323. I don't know where this is going, I'll let you know where it departs. Well, it's also in Stoke-on-Trent. This train's going to Stoke-on-Trent. We'll caught this train leaving when it departs. We have a 150, a double 150, sorry. I don't know if this one's going to Hazel Grove. I don't know. The 323 is not departing, going to Stoke-on-Trent. Let's see where else will arrive at the back next on this station. Train at the departing is double 150. I don't know if this is going to Hazel Grove. As he will arrive at the back next on this station. Train at the now arriving in is a 390 going to London Euston. Rosie's train goes where it departs. The train now arriving in is a Cross Country 221 going to Manchester Piccadilly. Rosie's train goes where it departs. Train now departing is a 221 going to Manchester Piccadilly.
Stoke-on-Trent, Stafford, Wolverhampton, Birmingham New Street, Cheltenham Spa, Bristol Parkway and Bristol Temple Meads. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Let's see who else will arrive at the back next on the station.
The next train's arriving.
Train now arriving in is a Cross Country. This is a 220 going to Bristol. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Okay, the train that just arrived in is a 156. I can't tell if it's a double, but this train's going to Manchester Piccadilly. We'll see this train goes when it departs. Train now departing is a 220 going to Bristol. See what else will happen. Train now departing is a 156. We'll see if it's connected to anything going to Manchester Piccadilly. This train has been graffitied on the other side of the window. This train is coupled onto a 150.
Northern service to Chester. Navigation road, Altrincham, Hale, Ashley, Moberly, Knutsford, Bromley, Lostock, Raynham, Northwich, Greenbank, Coddington, Delamere, Walsworth and Chester.
Who else will arrive at the back next on this station? Alright, this next train arriving in is a 156 going to Chester. We'll see this train goes where it departs. Train now arriving in is a 323 going to Crewe. At the same time, this 156 is departing going to Chester. cars will arrive at the back next on this station. Train out of the boarding is a 323 going to Chester.
Please be aware that you can only bring a bicycle on this service if you have booked beforehand. We are sorry that the 1610 Avanti West Coastal service to Manchester Piccadilly is delayed by approximately 21 minutes. We apologise for this late running and the inconvenience this may cause you.
I'm gonna stop it there now.
1619 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly is delayed by approximately 17 minutes.
Well, that's not my train. But I'm gonna end this video here now. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.